This segment is brought to you by Roy Fry Western Lifestyles, dressing Northeast Kansas their Western best for almost 60 years.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina and welcome to Ag AM in Kansas. I'm here with my good friend Joe Bichelmeyer at the Bichelmeyer Land Cattle Company near Williamsburg, Kansas, otherwise known to a lot of folks as Silkbill Ranch. We were here, Joe, for the first segment a few months ago, watching these calves get born. We're here with a lot nicer weather as far as great spring day. You're going through some process here, and you know what? It just amazes me, the disposition of your whole cattle operation.
Well, Ernie, part of our disposition is influenced by, we handle our cattle in many methods: horseback, foot, four-wheelers. They're exposed to all of those, and it makes for familiarity, which makes them more comfortable. And when we bring them to the sorting alleys to sort the calves away from the cows, typically the cattle aren't hunting whoever's on foot in the alley. They're just wanting to pass right by them, and it makes our lives a lot easier. It's less stressful for the cattle, it's less stressful for the people on foot sorting.
Well, the first group of cattle that we worked, the cows and calves, there was no, the handlers, the folks working them were quiet, the cattle were quiet, and and they drive so easy on horseback. That's got to be a big plus.
Well, they're exposed to horseback from the time they're calves, and cattle respect horses. Horses have the same ability to move as an animal, as a cow moves, and a four-wheeler can't do some of the contortions that a horse or a cow can. So quite frankly, it's much easier to move cattle distances with horseback.
As our viewers see this segment, the first one before, they're going to catch on the fact that, as far as quality and safety and good stockmanship, that you're at the top of your game out here, and it's really important in producing that end product.
Well, anytime we can eliminate stress, whatever it might be, it reaps a big reward in the long run. And if you noticed, when we were sorting cattle in the alley, there isn't a lot of hand clapping, yelling. It's all movement with purpose. It's movement by design, and you move with the cattle to give them an out, so to speak, to get away from what you're trying to do. And all we did initially was separate the cows from the calves in preparation for working each group, and it went very well.
What's really neat too is you look at those cows, you work the cows first, the cows just stand there, not going nuts or anything from that standpoint, just saying, here I am, baby, come, when you get done. And they were I noticed there was no stirring around on the cows at all.
Well, they've been in the alley a couple of times previous to this, and believe it or not, they have a memory that allows them to familiarize themselves with what we want them to do, and it just goes very well.
You got to feel pretty good about the calves. I mean, they look great, they're uniform and everything like that. What's some of the really traits that you look for on these calves?
Well, number one, we breed the heifers to Angus bulls, registered Angus bulls, and we look for birth EPDs that are in the lower part to not challenge the heifer too much on the birth weight. And then we look for other EPDs, but primarily on the first calf heifers, which is what we just worked, we want low birth EPDs.
Well, we love being out at Silkbill Ranch, and I tell you what, you are just at the top of your game when it comes to raising beef, good stockmanship, horsemanship, and the whole game. What a really a treat it was for us to come out. We're looking forward to the next segments coming up. Joe Bichelmeyer with the Bichelmeyer Land Cattle Company at Silkbill Ranch.
Thank you very much.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.